CMPD searching for answers after a 17-year-old girl was killed during a Halloween party over the weekend.
Amari Cooper is just one of the latest gun violence victims here in Charlotte this year. WCNC Charlotte's Autumn Bracey joining us live from Northwest Charlotte. And Autumn, you spoke with Amari's mother, who's remembering her. What is she saying about her young life taken too soon?
Well, Shantae Robinson says her daughter was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time, and understandably, she's devastated by it all. A family and community are mourning the loss of 17-year-old Amari Cooper. The West Charlotte High School student and mom to a 2-year-old daughter was attending a Halloween party when she was shot this weekend.
When I came in, I wish I should have called the police and told them this is what I heard. But I hear shots all the time.
The shooting happened on Old Plank Road near Brookshire Boulevard in Northwest Charlotte, part of Charlotte City Councilman Malcolm Graham's district.
Yet another example of gun violence in our community. Too many guns are here.
Graham says the city needs to prioritize strategically working to reduce crime and plans to work with Charlotte's new police chief.
Try to provide some type of comfort to those who really want more assertive policing, not aggressive policing in our community.
Graham is hoping the community rallies around the family during their time of need.
Disappointing, heartbreaking. My heart goes out to her family and her friends and supporters, as well as the entire West Charlotte High School community.
Cooper's mother spoke with us on the phone briefly. She says she's heartbroken and still trying to...
Y'all, this is happening too often. You know, teens definitely want to go out and have fun. They definitely want to, especially like a young teen mother. She definitely wants to enjoy her teenage years, and I can recall being a teenager, going to multiple parties, teen clubs, you know, things of that nature. So it's not out of the ordinary for teens to want to get out the house, go out with their friends, have fun. This is a very, very tragic story. I definitely want to say condolences to the family. I definitely sending my prayers to the family, to her mother, because this young lady should have never lost her life. And it's just a reminder for everyone. When you're stepping outside your home, even when you're in your home, you have to stay vigilant. I'm pretty sure she never went out with the intention to end up, you know, murdered, and it's just very tragic. You know, very, very tragic for her daughter. That you know, she'll have to grow up really, you know, without her mother. You know, possibly not even remembering, you know, anything of her mother. And you know, look at this picture, y'all. She looks like a very, very, you know, happy mother, happy to be a mother. But yeah, this is just sad. And like I said, it's happening more and more often now, because, well, because it just seems like everyone's just a lot more violent now. You know, people definitely don't squabble no more. There's no fights, no fist fights no more. You know, everyone's reaching for a gun, and you know, a lot of people have ops, and I'm more than sure, 100% sure, none of those bullets was for this young lady. So it's just another one of those cases of wrong place at the wrong time. And you know, you never know when your number's gonna be called, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna continue, but it's such a tragedy.
Piece together how this tragedy happened. She says Amari was planning to graduate high school early in February and had already started her own business. Fred Parker, who lives in the neighborhood, says something must be done to reduce this violence.
It put goosebumps on me, and knowing that, you know, she's left to go to a party, a Halloween party, and then get the call that her daughter has passed. It's a terrible, terrible thing.
Now, CMPD has not released any information related to a suspect being in custody. If you do want to help, there is a GoFundMe page available where you can donate to help Omari's family pay for her funeral and assist in some of her daughter's expenses. We're live in Northwest Charlotte. Autumn Bracey, WCNC Charlotte.
Autumn, thank you so much.
And I have another video, but just wanted to say, like, this is one of those situations to where you wouldn't think that your child, you wouldn't think that your child is not going to come home. And in most cases, you don't already have it planned out for if your child doesn't come home. So I'm definitely going to find the link for the GoFundMe and leave it in the description of this video, along with crediting the news sources WCNC and the news source from the next video. I'm going to leave all that information in the description, and this is just, it breaks my heart, man, because it's just like, like I said, you're a teenager, you're going out to have fun, you with your homegirl, your cousin, whoever you with, and running and ducking bullets is just not on the top of the list of things that you're thinking about, when you're going out. Let me bring up another video here and let's take a look at this.
You're watching Eyewitness News live at 10. First tonight, we begin with a mother's plea only on 9. Her daughter, a student in high school, shot and killed at a Halloween party. I'm Erica Bryant.
I'm Scott Wickersham. This happened Friday night at a home in Northwest Charlotte. Only Jonathan Lowe spoke to that girl's mother, and he's live in West Charlotte. And Jonathan, no one's been arrested.
Well, several people have told us that party was held at a rental home. Neighbors say hundreds attended. I was able earlier today to track down the owner of that home and the rental listing that they posted for that property. Still waiting to hear back on whether they knew a massive party was going to be held there that eventually turned violent.
I apologize for the audio. It's just on one side, but we have to work with what we work with here and just try to get the story out.
And deadly.
I haven't seen her. I still haven't seen her. I'm just waiting for them to do whatever they need to do so I can see my baby.
17-year-old Amari Cooper had just arrived with her sister at a Halloween party Friday night, being held at this home on Old Plank Road in Northwest Charlotte when gunfire.
Man, so I remember being in college and going to house parties and little small homes like this, and it's just like, from my experience, the parties are always packed, and you just never know who's in there, what's in there. You really just never know, and it's just very unfortunate. Like, me now at my age, I wouldn't be seen in a little small party like this. A little small house like this to attend a party. But again, I have to put myself in the mindset and the shoes of a teenager. I can't put myself in the shoes of a mother because I'm not a mother, I'm not a female. But as a teenager, you definitely want to go out and have fun. And like, she was with her sister, and I'm sure they had every intentions of just having fun, enjoying themselves that night, and just going home on Halloween. But, unfortunately, things definitely took a turn for the worse, and I'm hoping they're able to find who did this, because this is definitely senseless violence. But let me continue with the video.
Fire erupted. As they ran, her sister thought Amari tripped and fell in a ditch.
When the ambulance got there, they said that was not the case. She was shot.
Her mom, Shantae Robinson, says Amari had a bright future ahead of her. A mom to 2-year-old Mahogany. She was about to graduate from West Charlotte High in February, 4 months early. And she also had her own business doing hair.
I don't even know how she did it, because me, I would have been tired. I would have been struggling.
Robinson says her daughter earned that night off.
People would say, well, what are they doing outside that late? Why can't people say, where's the parents for these people that's holding guns and bringing guns to the party?
I'm tired of seeing our young people die with senseless violence. It's enough. And I do want to see justice for Amari.
It was a difficult weekend for West Charlotte. Amari's murder, and Friday afternoon, a school resource officer was seen on video appearing to throw a student to the...
And we're definitely going to get to that here, that story shortly, but my heart goes out to this mother. You know, parents should never have to bury their children. I know y'all have heard that saying so many times, and sad thing is, she, unfortunately, this won't be the last time senseless violence will take the life of the youth, of someone very young. And at some point, man, we all have to like definitely hold people accountable. You definitely want to talk to your teens, even down to young children, and just try to help them understand how dangerous it is out here. Try to help them be more vigilant. You got to keep your head on a swivel out here. You have to check your surroundings. You have to trust your intuition. That little voice in your head. If you don't feel something is right, leave. Simple as that. You don't have to worry about what anybody says, how anybody feels. Your life is more precious than that. And I don't know if they even had time to get the feel or the vibe or whatever. Like they said, she was there with her sister, but this is a young lady, young mother who was an entrepreneur, doing hair, about to graduate 4 months early. Like she had a lot going for herself. I heard that she, also had a lot of clientele at the West Charlotte High School that she was going to. So she understood, like, okay, I need to get a clientele. I need to, get a skill, and I need to get to work. And it's just, very sad and very unfortunate that this happened to her. Once again, I'm going to leave everything in a link in the description that I can find, a link to the GoFundMe. So, anyone who's watching this video, if it's in your heart, and if you're able to, definitely donate, because I'm sure the family needs it. Once again, my prayers and condolences goes out to the family. This is the act of senseless violence. And, this is Justin Paul. I'm just getting started really on my YouTube journey. So, everything's going to be a little rough around the edges, but, nothing's never perfect. So, I'm going to continue to grow with my channel, and I'm going to continue to, bring news and reactions to things that's like happening out in the world, and popular culture, and, sports commentary, and, political, anything that, I find interesting, that I'm sure people find interesting. I'm going to try to give my perspective and opinion on it. I appreciate everyone who took the time to watch the video. Like and subscribe, go on this journey with me. And, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.